Alright guys, we are back and welcome back to another stream, another Trainz build stream. And if you can tell by the title below the actual video, you'll be able to see at the end, I put the unit that we're in, so you know what we're doing. So you know what thing we're in, so you know when we're doing Alabama. So that's kind of so that's why that's there. So anyway, welcome back to the stream. It's been a little bit since we've done a Trainz stream. I mean, that's been one of the biggest things on my priority to do, and around Thanksgiving. So that's good. We have a couple signage assets to make in Ohio, and I didn't put. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll get that after. If I even do, but. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and start doing this. So, alright. Oh, man. It's been quite some time since we've done a stream like this. I mean, last stream we did was back in October. And that was the first gaming stream in what? Over a year? And I said back in the community post that I wasn't, or I said they were on hold, but they're going to come back every once in a while. But I'll just be doing this whenever I get the time. So that's going to be how that is. All right. All right. So we're going to get this going, and I have Google Maps up on. Make sure I get the right one. Yep, there it is. All right. This is the test unit. I'll be doing this stream probably in February for my cousin again. I mean, I've done that 3 times now, and I can't post it on my Facebook anymore because my server basically going to get mad. And yes, a server can get mad. It's all AI. For those that wonder, yes, I do have a Trainz server that manages all of this. And I would love to show you, but I don't think I'm comfortable doing that because it's just you all will get confused right away because there's a lot of. Think of like the Windows registry, but just. And if you're for my Trainz users that might watch this, it's like Content Manager, the Windows registry, and like any server type Azure products. Think of like that and put them all together. And that's like basically what you do whenever you got keys and there's different departments. In each department, there's a working department. Like I have a working department because I've had a working department for 6 years, but it's really become used within the last 2 years. Because after a very garbage vacation in the Trainz department, because they're being a bunch of clowns, over in the Trainz department, they sent the clowns to the working department thinking, well, it's not going to get any use. Well, hence, that's when I said the Amazon era started. So. And I remember back in July of 2020, oh my goodness, 2022. It was like June, it was either June or July. When was it? It was July. It was like 6 months, like little over 6 months before the whole situation happened on January 27th of last year. Yeah, I'm saying this in 2024. I mean, the one thing I'll always say is that I kind of knew that could happen. I mean, when you have a client, and I looked up this guy on his Twitter, he's a piece of garbage. He is one of the biggest clowns I've ever seen. If you go look at this guy, he is somebody, I think they just put him in there as a holdover. He doesn't know anything about drop shipping. All he does is complain when something just doesn't go right. When drop shippers have too much of a say. I mean, like how Amazon doesn't like people to join unions. I'm like, is there going to be a union for Amazon drop shippers? Maybe one day. You never know. Like every time that'll never happen. Well, somebody's going to start that. I mean, like, how are you going to stop thousands and thousands of people to not do that? I mean, it makes sense to me. And I'm going to put this right here so I can read the chat. If anybody comes in, just feel free to ask me anything. As long as you're nice, that's all that matters. No, I am gonna try to put some stream rules in here eventually. I'm gonna have to have somebody do that. Like, hey, I'll have to figure that out when that time comes. But anyway, it feels good to do this again. I mean, I really like doing it. For the long time viewers, I'm like, what? People that have been here for years. I started doing this when I was started streaming coming into my junior year of high school, which was August of 2018, the day I turned 17 years old. I turned 17 in August, and I started doing live streams. And I think the biggest mistake that I made that I learned now was not just saying, "Oh, I do this." I mean, it's okay when you do it everyone, but telling every person that like it's not that big of a deal. Like even it was new at that time. It was like a brand new thing that I was. I mean, this was kind of an experiment, but it's just I would say now something that I can do every once in a while. I'm not. I mean, if this was during like 2021, I would have tried because I think I did do a lot more gaming streams back then. I've been doing the Trainz streams pretty much for almost 5 years now. We're on episode number 30. We're not number 30 now. Let me there we go. I'll get back to that here in a little bit. Could be the order party, but you know. So, like I was saying, I mean, it's just weird that, I mean, I never really intended, I can't believe we already hit, well, we're almost at 70 subscribers. I mean, it took, there you go, took, what, 6 years? I mean, I remember when we were at like 25 or something like that. And then I think it was during and I've gained a lot. I mean, I've gained a lot of, all right. Mm, mm. All right. This would be 1.5. All right. Alrighty. All right. Now we're going to go on down to, all right. Let's see. All right. Uh, all right. Uh, Maybe Thanksgiving. I mean, it'll be fun to have like turkey and whatnot tomorrow. I mean, the one thing I like about Thanksgiving is just how, I mean, how fun it used. I'll tell you how it used to be back in like 2009 to like 2011. That was when we first got the Wii, and I remember I think it was 2010. I would play the Wii on Thanksgiving, and people just, I mean, I just played Mario Galaxy because that was the game. I mean, even though Galaxy 2 already was out in 2010, I did not get Super Mario Galaxy 2 until 2011. I did not fully beat Mario Galaxy and get all 120 stars until like June 10th of 2011. And it was that garbage jump, the one in Dreadnought Galaxy. That was the one that I was struggling on. But like I was saying, it's like that's what I used to do. I think I would just play. We would my great grandma, who's now gone, my grandfather, who is now this is my mother's side Thanksgiving, grandfather that's now gone. I mean, really the only people that are most likely there now are me, mom and dad, and my aunt and uncle. They're the only ones that remain from all. I mean, and you wonder like my and my grandmother who was like well close to almost in her 90s. I think she was in her 90s. She would just, I think she was in her 90s. Yeah, that's right. She was. Like 90, she was 90. Yeah, that's right. She was 90 the first time, and she was 91 the second time. So, and on Christmas, we did it at that as well. I mean, because the Wii was brand new. I mean, that's kind of what we had back then. I mean, that was like the one. thing that we had. I mean, it's just so. All right. Okay. All right, I need to. All right. This is still, I would say, the Sharonville Blue Ash area. Because I'm going to be expanding on the Ohio unit. This is just like testing out these areas and signage assets. So a lot of the signage assets that I decided to make in the unit first appear here, so I can have a little bit of a guide on how I did it. So that's kind of how that works. So, I mean, when I went to Subway earlier, when I got me a pizza, they noticed my shirt that I'm wearing, and you like Trainz? Like, yeah, and I told them that I do like a program where you can build like roads. I didn't mention the road part, but I thought you can build like next time. If I thought, well, yeah, you can do like road systems with it, and that's what I do. I've been doing roads. I've been doing this as of yesterday for 8.5 years. I mean, man, I was like 14 when I first started doing it officially. I had just graduated 8th grade. Probably one of the most embarrassing graduations. I might retell that story eventually because sometimes I just like telling story times. Sometimes I like doing like story times, reflecting, like reminiscing a little bit because it's just, I know sometimes it can annoy me, but sometimes you should reflect on where you've been. I'm not going to make it like a big thing. Like, do it from time to time. Like, do it on a live stream. It's like reminiscing. Like, well, 2016, I graduated 8th grade. I'm not going to name the school because I'm not gonna put it out there. But I graduated 8th grade in 2016, and I mean that was like a big. I mean the school I graduated from. I mentioned that I've been there for 8 years, like I said in the past. They had just gotten a new gym, and I was the first class to graduate. And I mean, that was an experience. I mean, here's the thing. You know how like somebody has their own little plans during a graduation? Well, that was my case. Because I don't know what it is. Ever since I had my hearing loss school graduation, I'm not going to put that one out. I don't even think it even exists anymore. I haven't heard nothing about it. I don't even know if they. And then if that's true, that's unfortunate because I have a lot of. I might tell you some of those like old times. That was like late 2000s. Well, up till 2008. That's where I came from, where I graduated from the one that had the new gym. The hearing loss one. The one was at for 8 years, and then the other one, the one where Bonehead Brian was at. And we all know I've heard some stuff about this guy. I mean, because supposedly he's at a big healthcare, and banking place in my area, and he basically, from what I've heard, this guy is up to no good. He gets in all sorts of trouble. I mean, but it can't be proven. It's all hearsay. But knowing what I know about him, I've heard of some stuff that he's done. I'm not going to put him out there. I think that let's let the system play itself. If he's really doing this, I mean, he's. I mean, there's just some people that just need to. I mean, give it a rest because, I mean, there's a whole Reddit page on the about this guy. Like that's how much of a meme he is because he's such an idiot. The fact that you would hire somebody to be your technology. I don't even know. He's from Chicago. Shocker. I mean, he was from Chicago. I mean, he admitted that when I at first, but then I see who he really is, and that's when everything just goes downhill really quick. And it was mainly the lunchtime. I think I mentioned that very early on in my channel, like very early on. Back like 2018 or 19, I don't know when it was, but it was quite a long time ago when I did. I mean, it's how that is. Like, it's good to reminisce sometimes. Like, I'm not going to make it a big thing like I did back 4 years ago. I think that was a little bit excessive. And now I'm like, look, the thing is, I had nothing else to talk about. And I thought telling you guys about it was, I mean, I think I just overlooked. Just several. And I would say most of them I would say are, I don't remember exactly what I said in those videos. I mean, it's been, 4 years for some of them, some of the original ones. I mean, it's just, if you have so many issues, I mean, like I had, like I mentioned, like when you have chaos, it doesn't really help anybody. That just, like handling the chaos is one thing because if you have a bunch of bozos that don't know how to take a chill pill, I mean, that's something that it's just like, man. I mean, that's so. Uh, no, it's there. We go. All right. I remember the first stream we did uh, back in the day. Back like 5 years ago. The route that I was working on it no longer exists. Well, somewhere on my secondary drive on my desktop, but the problem was because my dad I had to install it twice, and it was on my C drive at that time, and the C drive was really really small, and I didn't have a lot of room for Trainz on that, and I had to move it over, and I should have saved it and then done it. So, I mean, that would have been better. No, 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 no. No, no. All right. Go. There we go. All right. All right. Let me see what else. Ah, I got it. Okay. Uh, we're gonna get make this sign, and we're gonna end things off. So. Alright. After I make this, we'll end it. Alright. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for this episode. And if you like this stream, make sure to hit the like button and share help out a ton. And until then, next time, I'll see you guys later and happy Thanksgiving. And see you guys whenever I stream next time. So, see you later. Bye bye.